Hey, Mark Meldrum, Meldrum's Monster Garage, and today, in going back in time, we're going to go back to 2019 when I saw an ad on Facebook Marketplace for a 1966 Malibu, two-door, six-cylinder, sitting in this guy's garage in Parma forever. So I think you'll really enjoy this car. I had it for a few years. We took this car and took the six-cylinder out of it and put an LS motor into it, and then had all sorts of fun with it and ended up selling that car. Another car I was really proud of. The reason I was really proud of that car was the gentleman who bought it was from Oklahoma, and he flew in and he had a friend with him. He jumped in the car and drove it 13 hours straight back to Oklahoma. I'd never taken this car on a trip with this LS motor in it. So I was a little on edge, but he made it no problem. And we've stayed in contact over the last few years, and the car's still doing well, and he continues to improve it. So, hey, let's take a look at this Barnfind. First little test drive down the road with brakes, and we'll see how she goes. A little stumble there, but honestly, I already drove her around the block once. She is just purring like a kitten. She has a little bit of a stumble when you get going, but that's okay. The brakes are working perfectly. I love this car. It rides absolutely awesome. We'll do a walk around. So let's get out here. Undo my seatbelt. Car's looking great. Oh, running great. Oh. There you go. I got the P01 wheel disc on it. They're running, well, they're not running great. They're holding on great. I had to glue the mirror back on, so I got some tape and epoxy on that. But just look at this old car. She's got dull paint right now, but we're gonna shine her up. Don't worry. We got lots of elbow grease. The interior's got some issues, a little spot there, but for the most part it looks good. I've got some parts on order from the NPD, and we'll make it look good. Special thanks to Car Parts Warehouse, who supplied all the brake products here. Look at that. Got a license plate today, went up and got the registration done, so it's all set to go. So hope you enjoyed the little tour here. We're gonna get back in and we're gonna head back to Meldrum's Monster Garage. Right now you're traveling at about 49 miles an hour at 1200 RPM. One nice thing about a 6-speed is that it's a nice cruiser. And we got 331 rear end in this. We're running about, it's kind of bouncing between 180 degrees and 190 degrees. Oil pressure's at about 41, 42 right now. Of course, I just let off the gas. Yeah, it's feeling real good. I'm sorry you're shaking a little bit. We'll come to a stop, and hopefully she'll behave. She's the computer's getting smarter and smarter. Feeling good. Let's give you a little acceleration here. The rear end loose. Woo! Yeah, she's got some power. That was a 0 to 60 for you. And I'm a little tentative about really getting into this right now, but she's feeling good. She's going through all the gears.
miles an hour and she broke the tires loose. Woo! Yeah, there's a good 500 horsepower here. Wow.
All right, you're looking at a 1966 Chevelle Malibu. This car originally came with a 6-cylinder engine, and now it has an L99 6-speed transmission, auto transmission, out of a 2012 Camaro. Originally, the car came with about 400 horsepower. I've added a Texas Speed camshaft, and that brings it up to about 470 horsepower now, possibly more with some tuning. I have tuned the car with the HP tuners, so you can see it's idling very nicely at 750 RPM. The car has its original paint, but as you can see, we have replaced the wheels. We've got 20-inch Riddler wheels in the back and 18 in the front. The car has a lot of patina on it, but that's the look I was going for. If you want, you can do the body work and paint it yourself. It's got a nice slopey camshaft, and this car does move down the road quite nicely. The 6-speed transmission is awesome. All right, let's take a walk over here. I'll get into the interior. You can see I've refinished the seats, new covers on the seats, but this are our original panels on the doors, original steering wheel, original dashboard, all intact. Okay, this is a non-AC car originally, and you can see what I've done to get the speed of the cars. I've added in a little unit here that reads out miles per hour, RPM, temperature of the car, voltage. You can even do 0 to 60 with this unit. It ties right into the OBD2 reader, which is right here. And then if you look a little lower, you can see I'm utilizing some modern fuses, and that's all for the fuel injection. The fuel injection out of this car was, I sent the whole computer and whole wiring harness to a company called SpearTech. They redid the wiring harness and added in that nice little fuse box for me. So it's only got the fuses necessary for this engine. You can see we're running about 40 PSI. Oil pressure goes up nicely with the RPM. And the motor's running quite nicely. And it's